For this first video, we're going to talk about content and how it increases the profits and the bottom line of your business. Believe it or not, it does. If you have good quality content, it's going to generate leads, qualified leads, and those qualified leads are going to turn into customers, loyal customers, and you'll be happy. But we're going to talk about leads second, actually. This first video, we're going to talk about the content itself. There are 3 points that I want to touch on. The first point is the type of content you're generating. The second point is making sure you're consistently generating content. And the third point is taking the opportunity to repurpose that content that you've created, or someone here at Mom Biz Challenge or someone else has created for you. Number 1, focusing on content, making sure that it is quality content. If you want to generate quality leads with your content, you are going to have quality content. And that's pretty much a no-brainer. It's amazing how fast we throw things up just in the name of get something on the page, do something here, tweet back, whatever it is, we're just generating content that's sometimes really not very pertinent. When you begin to generate content, make sure that every piece of content you generate is answering a question that your niche market is asking. Alright, so the first thing you want to do is your research to know what questions the people in your niche are asking. Obviously, then you have a list of content that you can start to produce. So the first thing you need to do is know where to find the questions that the people in your niche are asking. You can do this through forums, blogs, comments on posts, comments on articles. There are plenty of ways to know what questions the people in your niche are asking. It does take time, but it's okay because it's going to help you create content that's going to generate a qualified lead. So it's really important, number 1, that your content answers a question that the target market in your niche is asking. So once you know the questions that your target market is asking, you have to be consistent. You don't have to post to your blog every single day, and Twitter, and Facebook, and YouTube. You don't have to do that. You really want to follow a natural course of conversation. One day your conversation might be on Twitter. One day another effective conversation might be on a blog. Another day you may have an effective conversation in a forum for a few days. So basically what you want to do is be consistent about the content that you're creating. Our comments on blogs content, of course. Our forums content, of course. Commenting on forums, of course. Blogging, writing articles, Facebooking, Twittering, all of these things are different forms of content. So once you're answering the question your niche market is asking, you want to make sure that you are consistently answering that and those sets of questions for your niche market. This then positions you to become an expert in your field. After you've done those things, the last thing that you want to do is repurpose that content that you've created. So let's say you have a YouTube video that went over pretty well, has some great comments, has some good interaction, and you want to do something with it. And it's obviously a piece of content that people are responding to. So you take that video and you create an article and a few Twitter posts with that video. There you've gone and repurposed that video. So you're recreating the content in different mediums, answering the questions that your niche market wants to be answered. But at the same time, not requiring 24 hours a day, rewriting, reposting, videoing, audio, whatever it is. And that's why repurposing is so effective and important. You find what's answering the question, you find the hot content, and then you repurpose it. You create a podcast out of it. You create an article or a forum question out of it, and you open it up to your niche market in different types of mediums. So remember, as you go to create content, the main 3 things you need to be aware of are, number 1, answering a question that your niche market is asking. Number 2, you have to make sure that you're consistently answering. And number 3, take the opportunity to repurpose that. Not to recopy it and repost it everywhere. That's not going to be effective. But repurposing that information into different types and mediums of media. And that's going to really help you in your content creation.